In this unit, I would like to talk about the Fresnel. The Fresnel is a type of stage light that we've used on stage since the dawn of electricity, but it's named for the inventor of the style of lens that it uses, Augustin Fresnel, right? And in the time that he was an inventor, shipping around the world was expanding, right? To the Americas, to Asia. Goods were starting to travel from far away into parts of the world, and there was a need to be able to point out to the sailors where there were hazards in the water. Maybe there were shallow rocks or a reef. There's something, or a bad current. There was something to be avoided, and then to figure out how to navigate around. And so they built lighthouses, right? And lighthouses have been around for a long time. But it was good if you could project a beam of light far out into the distance to alert sailors to what's going on before they got close enough to be in trouble, right? So he needed a way to project light a long way, right? Which was going to require a sophisticated lens. It was going to need a big piece of glass. And in the 1800s, how in the world were you going to craft a piece of glass that big? That was an extremely that was a daunting task to make a big piece of glass. But and then how are you going to get this glass to the top of a lighthouse? If you've never been to a lighthouse, I encourage you to do it at some point in your life, and not only go to the top to see the view and to see what's going on, and you're going to have to climb some stairs. They are small, narrow towers with a lot of stairs, right? And then at the top is where the light source is, right? And this is an example of what an assembled Fresnel lens might look like. And all of these are individual pieces of glass that were fabricated in a very specific way to project a beam of light a long distance, right? To be able to throw light a long way. And it's all in little pieces so that that could be carried up the stairs and then reassembled when you got to the top. Now, the magic behind a Fresnel lens is just like any other lens that's used to direct or to converge light rays to be able to focus them, right? A Fresnel lens, he just started cutting away the parts of the lens that he didn't need. So you could see the bullseye here in the middle, and ditoptic lenses here, catoptic lenses here that move light in. He just took a lens that looks like this, cut away the pieces that he didn't need, and flatten it back down into its segments. Now, Fresnel's, like I said, have been around since the dawn of electricity in the theater, right? So this is a little handheld Fresnel lamp that you could walk around with. But here's a stage and studio lamp. So this small-ish Fresnel, right, is old. Here's a large. This one I think is made by the Mole Company, used in TV lighting, right? But you can tell them by their very distinctive lens with these rings that taper at different angles as it goes out to focus the light. Now, Fresnels come in a bunch of different sizes. A little 3-inch Fresnel at 75 to 150 watts. You may even be able to find a 300-watt lamp for that, but I wouldn't recommend it. It gets really hot. But this is a cute little thing that you can hold in your hand. Trade name is sometimes known as an Inky. Most of what we use in the theater then is a 6-inch Fresnel, 6-inch to 12-inch. And the lamps that go in them range from 500 watts, maybe even as bright as a 2,000 watt lamp in a 10-inch or a 12-inch Fresnel. And then they get really big. And once they once they start getting large, they tend to be rated or notated or named for how many watts they are. And this is a 20K watt or 20,000 watt television LED for now. And so we'll be back in just a minute.